So what colors are there, James?
Dark blue, red.
Which one's blue? That one's blue? What color is that?
This one's mint green. This
Okay.
one's purple.
Purple. What color is that?
This one's yellow.
And what's
Red.
that? Red. Do you like your fan?
Yep.
Did we do a good job?
Yep.
So this fan has a long and rich history in this household. It started out life in the sunroom. The problem was it was kind of ugly in our personal opinion, and it was too small for that room and didn't throw much air. We were in the middle of repainting the bedroom that would soon become baby James's nursery. I had this great idea to repaint the fan all white, as you see in a photo like this. This photo is actually from Eva's room. And I hung it up in the ceiling. The issue was that that bedroom had a single overhead bulb which barely gave off any light, and you really need a decent light on a switch in every room of the house. So what I did was I cut in a new hole and installed what's called a pancake box, which is just a very heavy metal, half-inch deep circular box that you can screw to a stud, or in this case, a ceiling joist. Very strong and firm for a heavy fan. Then I snaked some Romex over from the existing box, and presto, voila, I had power for a fan. I did put a cover plate over the old box because you can't bury a box. You have to leave it accessible for whatever. It's a safety thing. So fast forward 3 or 4 years and you get this. What was wrong with the light?
Well, my old fan. Want to know?
Yeah, what was wrong with it?
It was squeaking.
It was squeaking.
Yes, but
So
now
what do we do about it?
we fixed it. So
What do we do? Oh, what colors are on there? Can you show me the colors?
I have one light pink, one green, one orange, one teal, one red.
Oh, really? And did we paint the rest of it? What color did we paint it?
The rest went
White. So anyone with kids already knows what's going to happen here. One of them had it, so of course the other one has to have it. So I promised James someday when I was bored I would repaint his fan blades so that he can have cool fan blades just like his sister. So today was the day. It was a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon. What the heck? I got plenty of spray paint, so why not?
Hi. Hi.
I've put up or taken down at least 10 fans in my lifetime, probably more. They all work the same. The bulbs go on last, so they're first to come off. The reason is you can't get to the screws that hold the blades on until you take the bulbs out. Here I've got the ground crew taking the screws out because I don't want to haul all the extra metal down to the garage and back because the paint will get dinged up and you'll be able to see the gold color underneath. Plus this just makes it easier because you have to do it in the garage anyways. So because there's a gloss finish, I'm just having them scuff it up with some coarse grit sandpaper. Of course they complained all the time, but it's kind of necessary. I've been using self-etching primer for years, but I just don't trust it. So whenever I have the opportunity to scuff it up, I just do that. So here I'm just using some acetone to clean all the oils and grease off. Everybody knows kids have sticky fingers, so big surprise there. From this point on, I just used hooks to handle them, thereby keeping it clean so the paint can get a good bond. By the way, if you don't know this trick, if you want some cheap paint hangers, just go get an old coat hanger. Need the metal type, which are kind of hard to find these days, but I've got a stash of them. I just bend them up into rough hooks. Just make sure they're not S hooks because those often don't fit through the piece you're doing. So bend them kind of like in a square shaped tip on both ends. They also seem to hang better. So this is the way I learned to paint with my dad when I was a kid. The point is to teach them the rhythm of the spray can. Now, James is 5, so he probably won't remember, but if you do it over and over, he'll get the hang of it. Everybody knows the instructions say you need a candy coat, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do, is just a candy coat of primer. The other thing I would note here is that the mistake I made on Eva's is I tried to paint both sides, and I ended up getting runs on the edges because of too much paint. So it occurred to me when I was going to start this project that you only need paint on the side you're going to see. So I didn't even paint the back sides. The garage door is cracked and the access door behind me is wide open. The reason is it's a typical windy Indiana day and it would blow the paint all over my car. As soon as we were done spray painting each time, I opened the garage door. And since we were spray painting, it's easier to let them do their own spray painting on a junk project rather than a project that potentially would go with the sale of this house in 5 or 10 years. So I let them scratch that itch by just doing some silly painting. So throughout the rest of this video, I sped it up quite a bit. I'm not going to bore you with spray painting and shooting screws and all that kind of stuff because you've already seen it. So I just thought you'd be interested to see the process and how fun it can be to just do something as simple as paint fan blades. I'm just wrapping them in a towel since a little kid's going to be carrying them upstairs. I don't want all the fancy new paint we just put down to get scratched. I would point out here that it's really easy for a one-armed guy to put a blade up with a helper like this. Although I assure you, Eva's fan I put up entirely by myself. I was actually holding the fan blades with the top of my head while I shot the screw. Not an easy task, but I did it one-handed just to prove to myself that a one-armed man can indeed install an entire ceiling fan by himself. After that experience, I decided, I think I'm going to get help from this point forward because my neck was killing me and it took me 3 times as long as what it should have. So, but anyways, I proved my point to myself. So the reason I slowed the video down is I wanted to point out that whenever you put projects together, you should do the screws loose until you get them all in, then tighten them. There's many reasons why that's the case, but it's just kind of commonly accepted and something you learn, at least something I've learned when I was younger.
Guys.
You sure?
Yep.
Do you like your new fan?
Yeah, look at that.
Let's see.
Look at all the
Ooh,
colors.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And
You can
wait.
see the nameplate up there I just painted over. This was a gold colored fan. I got it for free. So what colors are there, James?
Dark blue, red.
Which one's blue? That one's blue? What color is that?
This one's mint green. This
Okay.
one's purple.
Purple. What
This-
color is that?
This one's yellow.
And what's
red.
that? Red. Do you like your fan?
Yep.
Did we do a good job?
Yep.